Hey guys, what is going on? This is Bill from My Better Half. In today's video, we're going to show you how to change the oil in your vehicle. Coming right up. Alright, so the tools that you're going to need to perform this job is you'll need the oil, of course. We've got 6 quarts of 5W20 oil right here, full synthetic. Got 1 quart and then 5 quarts. You'll need a clean rag. You will need the oil filter. This right here is a 24mm socket. This is a 13mm socket. And then of course you'll need a drain pan to drain the oil into. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, just a quick look underneath the engine bay. Just want to point a few things out of interest here that pertain to this video. First of all, the oil dipstick is located right here. The oil filter is actually on top of the engine in the engine bay, which is located under this cap right here. And then once you drain all the oil, you put the new oil in the engine through this cap right here. Okay, so the first step in changing your oil is you need to drain the old oil first. The oil drain plug is located on the bottom of your vehicle. It's located right here. So this is where your 13mm socket will come in. You just place that over top of the bolt. Make sure you have it on loosen and loosen it up. There we go. Make sure you have your oil drain pan positioned where it needs to be so you don't get oil all over your driveway, because I promise you your wife will kill you. Alright, so you unplug this and the oil will just come out almost immediately. There it is. Alright, oil is draining. So you let that drain until it's completely done, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so while the oil is draining, we're going to go ahead and change this oil filter, which, as I mentioned before, is underneath this cap. Alright, so this is where our 24mm socket's going to come into play. Just place that over top of the cap, and you just loosen it up. Just take that cap all the way off. Alright, and there's the old one right there. So let's get the new one and put it in. Alright, so here's the new filter. The new filter just fits right inside the cap. You see those little notches right there? That actually snaps into place inside the cap. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. But you can see that hole right there. Those notches actually snap right into place right inside that hole and holds that oil filter nice and firmly in place. Alright, so to put that in there, you just simply take the filter, put it down in there, and you hear that snap into place. And there it is. So it's in. Now, one important thing I want to note here, you see that red seal right there on the cap? When you buy these oil filters, they actually send you a new one, and I would highly recommend that you replace it with the new one. So take the old one off, replace it with the new one. Very important, because you want to make sure that that seal is going to be good. If it's not good, you're going to end up losing oil, and that's not going to be good for your vehicle's engine. If you have any issues getting that red seal off, you could always just use a screwdriver, a flathead preferably, and you just take that and you can actually pry it off with the screwdriver. The seal is actually very elastic. Let's see if I can get that thing off here. And there it is. Just take the old one off, and then you just replace it with the new one. It just you just put it on there and roll it down. It'll roll right into place. Very, very simple. Alright, I've got the new seal on, so now we're just going to put it back into the engine bay. Just like that. And tighten it by hand. And when it gets to be too tight to do it by hand, you can use your ratchet to do it the rest of the way. Now, one thing to note, when you tighten this thing down, you want it to be nice and snug, but you don't want to over tighten it. And there's no need to do that, but just make sure it's good and snug. Oh, one thing that I forgot to mention, that red seal that goes along the outer edge of the cap, you really need to spread some fresh oil along that red seal with your finger. The reason why you do that is because it will actually help it to seal better and will avoid any oil leaks in the future. Alright, once the oil has completely drained, you just simply replace the drain plug. Put it on with your fingers first. Hand tighten it. And then you take your ratchet and just give it a good tight. There we go. Then take your rag and just wipe the area off. Get all that oil off of there. There we go. Alright, last thing. Here's the oil fill area. You just take this cap off. And then you actually put a funnel in there and we'll put the new oil in. Alright, now all the oil has been put into the vehicle. Now we just replace the oil cap. If I can get it on there. There it is. Alright, and that's it. That's how you change the oil in a 2013 Jeep Wrangler. Alright, so now that the oil has been changed, there's two more steps left. The next step is we're going to start the engine and make sure that there's no oil leaks. Once that's completed, then we'll stop the engine. Then we'll check the dipstick, which of course is located right here, and check the oil level. Alright, the engine has been started and I have checked for any oil leaks and there aren't any. So we are good to go. Alright, so before you check your oil level, make sure that the engine is turned off. It's very important. If you don't do that, you'll get a false reading. Alright, so you want to make sure that when you turn that engine off, that you give the oil a chance to drain back into the oil pan. This could take up to an hour. So about an hour or so, that's when you want to pull the dipstick out, and that will give you an accurate reading and let you know whether or not you need to add any more oil. Alright, so to check your oil level, you just simply pull the dipstick out, wipe it off with a clean cloth, then put it back in the dipstick hole, push it all the way back in, and then pull it back out again. And you check the very end there, and as you can see, it is full. Alright guys, so that is how you change the oil in a 2013 Jeep Wrangler. Now although we did change the oil in a Wrangler in this video, the steps that I took to do this oil change are essentially the same on any vehicle. So you can actually take these steps and change the oil in your own car. So I would urge you to do that. And like I said before, don't make a mess. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, if you thought the video was educational and very informative, I would urge you to subscribe to the channel. I would so appreciate it. Click the bell icon so that you're notified of new videos as they are uploaded. Give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And as always, we thank you for watching our video here on My Better Half. I'm Bill. Have a good day.